there's still a genuine sense of wonder over the long ball. You get to see the greatest players in the game watching the home run derby, putting their hands on their head. Whoa! Well, I go back almost 30 years and seeing it, and I love seeing it now.
Once I get you up there,
the first one I ever saw was 1986. Darryl Strawberry hit the speaker. Junior Griffey in Baltimore.
That may have hit the warehouse, and they announce it did.
The show Josh Hamilton put on was beyond belief because it was Yankee Stadium, and the homers seemingly kept getting farther and farther.
Oh, it's tattooed! Gone again!
Of course, Robbie Canona's dad. It's a father and a son playing baseball.
This is a show and a half! Back, back, back! Good! Fly with me! Let's fly away! I love you, Dad.
Everybody gets to be a kid again on Derby night. That's why we love it.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2014 Gillette Home Run Derby. I'm Chris Berman, and on behalf of ESPN, we welcome everybody around the United States. We welcome everybody around the world, and we welcome everybody here in Minnesota to target practice at Target Field. It's been a wait, but what the heck? Good things come to those who wait. We're lining up our players. We have 10 of the best sluggers in the majors, and they expect to put on a show for all of us tonight. So before we meet them individually, let's give a round of applause because officially the All-Star festivities are underway. Now, let's meet the sluggers who will take to the skies over the Twin Cities tonight. We will start with the visiting, if you will, National League. First, the captain of the National League. He's tied for the NL lead with 21 home runs, leads baseball with a .345 batting average from the Colorado Rockies, Troy Tulowitzki. Selected to his first All-Star team. He enters the Derby tonight with 19 homers. He was a Little League World Series champ. Why not a Home Run Derby champ from the Cincinnati Reds, Todd Frazier. One of the most powerful sluggers in the game today, maybe built for this Home Run Derby. Tied for the National League lead in homers with 21 from the Miami Marlins, Giancarlo Stanton. Only Harmon Killebrew and Kent Hrbek have hit more home runs as a Minnesota Twin. He's the 2006 American League MVP, the champion of the 2008 Home Run Derby, now with the Colorado Rockies, but forever he'll be a Minnesota Twin. Welcome home, Justin Morneau. One of the most electrifying players in the game today. He makes his Home Run Derby and All-Star debut. Get used to it. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Yasiel Puig. And now on to the American League, the captain of the AL, competing in his third Home Run Derby. He's hit 11 homers in 14 games here at Target Field as a visitor. One of only 12 men ever to win back-to-back league home run titles from the Toronto Blue Jays, Jose Bautista. He hit 18 homers last year at second base in this yard. He already has 18 this year. From your Minnesota Twins, Brian Dozier. He has hit over 30 home runs in each of the previous 2 seasons, has 16 homers so far this year. From the first place Baltimore Orioles, Adam Jones. Starting third baseman for the American League in the All-Star game, already has hit 20 homers this season. His team has the best record in baseball. They have the most All-Stars from the Oakland Athletics, Josh Donaldson. He lit up the night in New York City last July. He is the reigning champion of the Home Run Derby. From again the Oakland Athletics, Yoenis Cespedes. Ladies and gentlemen, the participants in this, the 2014 Gillette Home Run Derby. So there they are with Todd Frazier, the first batter, warming up in the cage. Some changes this year to the Derby. If you're just joining us, we're an hour late with a rain delay, so maybe you don't know all of this. We got 10 hitters this year, but instead of the 10 outs, 7 outs a hitter. Head-to-head competition after the first round. The top first round totals from each league advance to the third round. So if you're the best, you get a bye. Second and third best home run totals from each league in the first round go head-to-head in the second round. And a swing off, a bat off, whatever you want to call it, will be used if needed to decide advancement. So hi there, Chris Berman along with John Kruk. Good things come to those who wait, as we say. And so we got some power. We got a little, 9 of the 10 are right-handed hitters. And in talking to the guys that know this park pretty well, they say the little bit of the power alleys right down the line. That's where the breeze helps you the most. Although, do these guys need help?
No, these guys need no help. When you watch them take batting practice, they were hitting balls. The righties were hitting balls out of right field, center field, left field, of course. And Justin Morneau was trying to pull everything, which he has to do if he's going to win this thing for a second time. I just think, with Giancarlo Stanton in this thing, Chris, hey, he has to be the odds-on favorite without question.
Now, look, a great scene on the field at the moment as some of the great Minnesota Twins. There's, of course, Big Dave, Paul Molitor. These are not so much the Twins, but those from the Twin Cities. There's Joe Mauer, the perennial all-star, been an MVP, and, of course, Jack Morris. So some of the great players that we have seen from the Twin Cities out there throwing the first pitch. So let's take a look as they celebrate, a look around Target Field, which is really a sight to behold. Our dimensions. And there you go down to left field where the wall is only 8 feet, if you will. But as you notice, you get around to center, which is 404. And then to right center and right field, we have a 23-foot wall. Now, the icons you see popping up on the screen after home runs will show how far from home plate the ball lands. Also, on our scoreboard, we'll show you the projected distance the ball might have gone if it didn't collide with an object. And hopefully, you mean an object like a seat or something like that. Now, let's look at the Taco Bell road to the title. The bottom 2 hitters from each league will be eliminated after the first round. So you need Joe Lenardi here to go through the bracket, but we'll do it for you. Then it's head-to-head competition after the first round. The end of the night, 1 American Leaguer and 1 National Leaguer, Crocky, will compete for the championship. So that's a change, and I think good. If the All-Star game is worth something, this also at least somewhat for league bragging rights. Another thing we need to know is the 7th and final out is the Gillette Orange Flex Ball. For each Flex Ball home run hit, Gillette and Major League Baseball will combine to make a donation of $10,000. So here is your bracket. Study it. We'll have a quiz in 3 minutes.
Downtown goes Frazier. Ripped to center field and goodbye. The kid is a stud. He's unbelievable.
So Todd Frazier, who you didn't see out on the field there, but we talked with him earlier with Buster Olney, our extended pregame, and thanks to Ravi and Booney and Barry Larkin, the Hall of Famer, for keeping us honest, keeping us psyched. And we're ready to go. He's your dark horse here, Todd Frazier. We gave his, Little League World Series champion. He's already become a leader in the clubhouse in just his third year with the Cincinnati Reds, with his brother pitching to him correctly. Yeah, and this is what you're going to expect from the first round. You're going to get guys taking a lot of pitches to make sure that, you see Todd right there motioning to his brother, try to get it a little more inside, because he knows he has to pull it to get it out of here. And remember, now, of course, for Todd, it makes no difference because this is his first home run derby, but 7 outs instead of 10. So whatever roll you get on, you better do it by about the 4th out, right? Yeah, you better get on it quick, because there's no time. It's not like you can feel it out and, miss-hit a few balls and think I still have a lot of time to get through this. 3 outs makes a big difference. I wonder. And there's a slug to center field, but that won't go very far. And I wonder, these pitchers that were not, in most cases, well, Stanton will have his manager, Redmond, pitch, etc. But like his brother here pitching, whoa, that cost ESPN some merchandise. I wonder if the pitchers will be really off, because they're hepped up as much, right? Well, when do you think is the last time his brother threw batting practice in front of 40,000 people? Yeah, he's very nervous, his brother is. He has to be. If he's not nervous, he's not human. I mean, if the hitters are nervous hitting without a cage in batting practice with all eyes on them, how do you think the pitcher is? So you just want to get off the schneid here if you're tired. You want to just get something grooved, hit a homer, exhale, and get down to business. And that was about a 52-mile-an-hour changeup. Huh? He's been out in front of a couple. He got jammed on one. The ball, when he hit the left center field, he got jammed on. He kind of inside out of that one to left center. Now he's hooking grounders down the line. Got to get that first one out. Find that groove. Remember, only 7 outs. We got 10 batters, but we got 7 outs. And the number 4 and 5 hitters in each league will be eliminated. There goes one. And out goes Frazier. And is that a rainbow on our first home run? My goodness. The pot of gold. All-star appearance, Little League World Series championship, and a rainbow. Nice. Been good for him. Yeah, it has. So 5 outs for Todd, just 1 homer. And a picture that you might see here during this All-Star week. And we told you that he was a member of the star of the '98 Toms River, New Jersey Little League World Series champs. They beat Japan. This one is slugged to left field through the rainbow, and it is a rainbow. Home run. That one up into the second deck, and when you look at the other players in this, the size and the strength of them, you don't look at Todd Frazier as a guy you think would have big home run power, but he has that ability to hit the ball a long way just because he's long and lean. Well, I was going to say is by the way, again, the 7th final out, the Gillette Orange Flex Ball. For each Flex Ball homer hit, Gillette and Major League Baseball combined to make a donation of $10,000. So about 3 or 4 weeks after, a couple weeks after they won the Little League World Series, the Yankees invited Tom's River team to take the field with each of the position players, and there's a 12-year-old Todd Frazier standing at shortstop next to a third-year pro, Derek Jeter. Now they're in the All-Star game together. Yeah, I saw the picture, and it was, you can tell Todd Frazier was a little bit in awe of Derek Jeter, but if anyone who's ever dreamt of playing in the Little League World Series, I'm sure Derek Jeter had some admiration for Todd Frazier at a young age. Now, they didn't get that, so Todd will end with 2 home runs and a big smile, a smile that'll light up the room, and 1 rainbow. That was fun. All right.
Hey, we'll take it.
And now the home crowd will be revved up as their second baseman, Brian Dozier, who wears number 2 in honor of one of his heroes, Derek Jeter. From Fulton, Mississippi, played college ball quite well at Southern Miss. And you think they're rooting for him?
Yeah, and that's added pressure right there for Brian Dozier, knowing that he's playing in his home ballpark. He just saw Todd Frazier only hit 2 balls out. Now it's up to him, and I think we have to watch early to see if he's over swinging and swinging at pitches that aren't where he wants them early in this round for him.
Like Todd Frazier, his brother too, Clay Dozier, was a collegiate pitcher and outfielder in the state of Mississippi. So similar situation for first timers. Excitement family-wide.
Yeah, you know, I know the first thing you do when you hear you're going to be in a home run derby is you want to try to win, but it is nice to be able to include family members in this, and I think baseball has done a great thing allowing this to happen. Normally it's, you know, I mean, when they first had it, it was just whoever threw BP for the coaching staffs would put on BP to these guys. Now they made it more of a family thing.
Now that one will find its way out of play. If you're first-time home run derby viewer, any swing that does not go out of the park is an out. You take as many pitches as you like, but that's an out, as it might have been in a game.
Yeah, you see Dozier's a little bit over anxious. He swung at a pitch up. Now that one was more in.
Patient now, which is a good thing. Rainbow is still out there over the left center field seats, as you can see. Actually, looks like we're in St. Louis, doesn't it? With the arch. And a thrill for the kids out there as well to chase the balls, but thus far for the home standing Dozier, nothing out. This will get out. Gone.
Well, now let's see if he can get on a roll right here. You got this first one out. He still has 4 outs to work with.
372 feet. Pops it. Think like breaking balls coming into you?
Has an arc on it, that's for sure. But I would hope he wouldn't be throwing him breaking balls.
His batting coach with the Twins here, Tom Bernansky, was obviously a very good player here. That one is ripped down the line. Will it stay fair? No. Won what proved to be the first kind of home run derby. Was a league competition. It was at the Metrodome in 1985, and he hit 3 home runs, giving the American League a 1 home run win. This is a back by Dozier to the second deck and gone. Kurt Suzuki from Wailuku, Maui, his teammate, all-star catcher, rooting him on. Much more patient.
Yeah, he's starting to get it. He's starting to get the feel for the home run derby now. I'm waiting for my pitch and my pitch only.
Yeah, there's the Gillette Orange Flex Ball. We'll have enough flex to get it over the fence a little farther.
You hope it's harder than more hard than flexible.
Yeah, we hope so. Get out with the flex ball. So Brian Dozier with a 2 spot, as did Todd Frazier. We got the captains. What a great experience. The captains, Troy Tulowitzki of the Rockies, Jose Bautista of the Blue Jays, coming up. Welcome back to the Gillette Home Run Derby at Target Field in Minneapolis. A little bit of a rain delay, but we're underway now. For over 25 years, Major League Baseball's Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities, or RBI program, has given young people from underserved communities the opportunity to play baseball and softball while encouraging academic achievement and teaching important life lessons. For more information, visit MLB.com/RBI. Now, these kids represent Major League Baseball's RBI program and the Boys and Girls Club of America. They are matched with a player. The winner gets a $50,000 donation from Gillette and Major League Baseball for field refurbishment, while everybody else gets a $5,000 donation for equipment or supplies. So no matter what, there's a guaranteed $95,000 donation for RBI leagues and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and that's great.
To be the captain of the Home Run Derby is an honor. This could be a once in a lifetime thing, and it's something I'm looking forward to doing, and I'm going to have fun with it.
So now the captain of the National League, and he's going to be my pick. I know that's a little off the charts too, Crucky, but Troy Tulowitzki. I know it's, look, this is the 4th highest by elevation stadium. It's not Coors Field, but I thought I'd throw that out there. There is a little elevation here. I got to give you my reasons, don't I?
Well, no matter how high he gets, we'll be able to see with the neon gloves he's wearing.
Yeah, I know.
Look at those things.
So here is Tulo, and joining us in the booth is really one of the hosts and the honorary hosts and a perennial all-star, albeit injured this year, to be Joe Mauer. And Joe, good evening, and you've done a heck of a job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's great to be a part of this, and to have it here in our hometown is awesome. So it's a great event.
Well, listen, we got you behind the plate again. See, it's just 200 feet up.
Yeah, it's a little different view for me back here, but you know, this is good.
Well, you know, guys like Troy. I mean, does he have that sort of swing, or what type of swing will it be to get it out of here? Because it's not that easy a park to hit it out.
No, it's a big park, but I like your pick. You know, I'd take a right-hander in this park. You know, Dozier. I mean, who just went. You know, he's been hitting the balls to right field or left field and sneaking them out of there just like that. But yeah, you know, I think a righty is going to do well in this park, and he looks like Tulo's off to a good start too.
See the altitude, Crucky.
Yeah. It's the neon. How happy are you though for Brian Dozier to make the All-Star team? You know, look, we knew he was a good player. Didn't know he was this good.
Yeah, he's all as advertised. You know, up here in Minnesota, we know what he's capable of doing, and you know, I'm more impressed with his defense. You know, he's a shortstop that transitioned over to second base the last couple years, and he's been doing a great job for us. But he's got a little pop too in his swing, and he's having a great first half.
Is it odd looking at baseball from first base?
It is. I don't want to get used to this, I can tell you that. Or up here at least. But first base been going pretty good. It's different, but it's a new challenge for me, and you know, I'm enjoying it.
What is it like? I mean, look, your hometown boy, you've been a Twins fan forever. You got to meet either your heroes or the fellows like Harmon Killebrew, who really you were too young to watch, but got to know him so well, the late Harmon Killebrew. What's it like playing baseball in Minnesota that the nation does not know?
Oh, it's awesome, you know, and I think I'm glad that the game is here this year, and people can realize what rich history that we have. You know, Puckett's and Herbecks and Gaettis and Molitors and Winfields, you know, come back to play, and Morris. You know, that was an honor for me to throw out that first pitch with those guys, and it's kind of the first time we've all been in the same place. But to be honest with you, I don't know what I was doing on that field with those guys, but I was happy that I got asked.
Are the Twins trying to tell you something, Joe?
I hope not. I hope not.
I mean, they move you from catcher to first base. Now you're throwing out the first pitch with a bunch of retired guys.
Now Tulo has gone way deep, and he's the first to have a 3 spot up on the board. So again, you got, this is different. 7 outs as opposed to 10. You got to get rolling. He got under this maybe a bit too much. So now comes the flex ball. 10,000 for each home run, and 5,000 for every non-home run. So he took this captaincy pretty seriously. Like he said, he thought about it, although he had to pick Morneau, didn't he?
Well, I think it's a good pick to begin with.
To stay fair.
You know, Morty's been a guy that's been there, done that. So.
And he said, yeah.
Was that a homer?
Yep.
Called it fair.
Yep, he called it a fair ball. So 4 home runs. A flex home run, our first. Yeah. Morty's he's the one lefty.
Yeah, you know, hopefully he pulls him down the line. You know, it gets pretty deep out there in right center.
Good job by Troy Tulowitzki to hang a 4 spot, and he swung out of his shoes on that last one, didn't he? You know what that's like. Let's look at it, all the 3 of us here. Tulo, you know, he's a chance to rewrite a lot of stuff as one of these power hitting shortstops if he stays healthy like he is this year.
Yeah, this is what it's a rare combination of great defense and the unbelievable power that Troy Tulowitzki possesses from the shortstop spot. I mean, you look at this. Remember when he first came up, he was spread out, crouched down. Jim Tracy, his former manager, said, "Why don't you stand up and be 6'3" like you are?" And the power numbers have increased seemingly every year. As long as he stays healthy, he's gonna put up big numbers.
There's this gray shirt. Listen, enjoy the festivities, but get back out there, will you?
Yeah,
You're
absolutely. I'm a little uncomfortable up here. Hopefully I don't have to come up a long time.
Fault. Now, you're always welcome with me, but he makes everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, guys. Good to see you as always.
Thanks, Joe.
All right.
Thank you.
Ever since I was a little boy and I used to watch the home run derbies on TV, I wanted to be a part of. It brings us all together as ball players, and it allows us to admire each other as athletes. So I enjoy being a part of it.
The captain of the National League, Troy Tulowitzki, had 4 home runs, and now Joey Bats. Jose Bautista, who in back-to-back years in 2010 and 2011 hit 54, then 43 home runs to win the American League home run titles both of those years. Only the 12th to win league home run titles back-to-back, a list that begins with Babe Ruth. So Joe Mauer and the Minnesotans got their beautiful sky just a couple of days after the unbelievable full moon, the super moon, right? A little closer to the Earth than normal in the orbits, and we had a rainbow, and we've got the Gillette Home Run Derby. So Jose Bautista, and it's interesting, he's Joey Bats, because you remember the old expression, Frucky, the fellow that loved the Razor so much he bought the company. Well, he didn't buy Marucci Bat Company, but he's on the board of directors of Marucci Bat. So not only does he use it and like it, he really believes in the product moving forward, and that bat didn't quite get out of here.
I think whatever bat he's using, and Marucci does make some great bats, but yeah, whatever he's using, he's swinging it well.
It's his 5th All-Star. He's leading vote getter, and it's a slug. Back, gone. Now this is slugged. Gone.
That's a line drive. Yes, sir. 367-foot line drive.
Oh, well, there'll be more out there. Like I said, way back and a rainbow into the bullpen. So very quickly with only 1 out, Jose Bautista with 3 home runs. So he's ready to roll. He was a finalist a couple of years ago. Speaking of taking the captaincy seriously, back, and gone. Buster Olney, we're watching a heck of a show here.
That's right, and it's something he prepares for. Guys have been doing this now for 4 years, and among all the players, I think Jose Bautista takes this as seriously as any of them, maybe more. You could see him between rounds working on his swing, had his game face on the whole time. This is something that he really wants to do well at.
number 3, but the highest number on the board is Tulowitzki, 4 of our 10 batters. So next home run, and Bautista will have the most. You just need to be in the top 3 of the 5 in your league, and you move forward.
But if you're the top in your league, you get a bye, which would be beneficial to anyone.
And that ball is on its way to Minnetonka.
I'm not sure where Minnetonka is, but apparently it sets up in the second deck.
It is. It is in the second deck. And by the way, this might be a neighbor of Minnetonka.
North Minnetonka.
Well, no one's going to fight him for that ball. Seven home runs for Bautista. He still has 3 outs to go. Again, if you're joining us late, we're about an hour late with rain delay. 7 outs, not 10 like you're used to for each of these batters. And the captain of the American League, Jose Bautista of the Blue Jays, who got out to such a great start. And they've fallen out of first with the Orioles playing so well in the AL East. You know, it's kind of like a year late, but Toronto is now the contender. And this is a contender for very North Minnetonka.
Hit off the facing of the third deck.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
418.
Now, is that 418 where it hits?
I don't know.
418 where they projected to go if it didn't hit that cement out there?
I'm not sure. We got to get our sabermatics on this.
Oh, boy.
Jose Bautista now getting, Robbie Cano has been the captain. Hey, man, take a sit, take a timeout. We got more to come. All right, so that 418 was where it hit. Projected was 475.
Beautiful.
Rocky. Now back to action. Joey Bats. Oh, that one had hair on it. We get the distance, we get the projection, and then we get an out. And so now we have our flex ball. Well, he has flexed his muscles, has he not?
He's put himself in a really good spot so far.
And because there's so many hitters coming, you got to keep cranking. But none of these first round totals. Wow, it's way back, and gone. Homer number 10. Well, was that waiting through a rain delay or what?
That's impressive. With the leg kick, the timing you have to have, even in batting practice with the leg kick, and he got it early with his BP pitcher. That timing was perfect early and carried it over to 10 big home runs. That's what we're talking about right there. The leg kick getting down, the foot getting down, and clearing those hips early and hitting some long ones. That's the one that we'd had to have replay if that was the regular fence, see if that would have went over, but second deck we're okay. But you see the leg kick, the foot down, the hips explode, then the hands coming through at the end, and that's why Joey Bats is one of the perennial power hitters in all of baseball. There's your rainbow, Boomer.
Yep. And meanwhile, while we're showing you all that, now we come power from the National League. That is coming up. Giancarlo Stanton will take his swing. Then it's Adam Jones of the Orioles. Joey Bats didn't even take the last out. He no-mossed it. So a little change in the batting order. See, don't think the managers don't think about this here in the Home Run Derby. You switch the order. You fool the pitchers. I'm kidding. Yasiel Puig of the Dodgers, who's been, you know, he erupted on the scene literally last year in June. And the Dodgers, who really weren't doing very much, went 42-8 after he arrived last year, Crocky, and everything he does is with flair, that's for sure, including the haircut.
Yeah, and that first swing, it looked like a swing and bunt.
This is Robbie Cano's dad, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, he was throwing to him earlier.
And of course, we know Robbie Cano's dad from pitching to his son, who won the Home Run Derby. And Pedro Gomez, you got more on that. Good evening, my friend.
Hey, Chris, I spoke to Jose just before the Derby. He told me that he had no idea he was going to pitch to Puig until this morning when they called him and said, look, Puig doesn't have anybody here. Can you do it? He only threw about 5 pitches to him during the rain-shortened batting practice. So this is brand new for both of these guys.
Well, and Puig he's anxious for one, Crucky, and very quickly his 5 outs. Remember, he only gets 7.
Yeah, and he's swinging a lot of pitches that aren't really good pitches to hit in this Home Run Derby. But he's swinging at him quick. Hey, he's not going to get behind in the count, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. But already, I mean, you got to get on a roll, or he's going to roll right into tomorrow night's game. That one he just turned on, but it looks like it is going to go foul. I mean, it is pounded, but I mean, it's like he hardly was here. That's a shame.
Yeah, he was. That had to be nerves, because he didn't take pitches. He took 1 or 2 pitches, but the first swing he took, he check swung. Who check swings in a Home Run Derby? It tells you it was nerves, and I don't know if he wasn't picking up the ball well off of Jose Cano, but I mean, he was a little over anxious.
That's kind of too bad. We're kind of, okay, when is he going to get into it? But at any rate, Puig will sit very quickly, and now back to Pedro Gomez.
And I'm with the executive director of the Players Association, Tony Clark. Tony, the Players Trust is something that is very near and dear to you, as well as all the Major League ball players. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
The Players Trust is the charitable arm of the players, and there's a lot of things that we've been doing now for some time, and we're excited about the direction that the organization is going. PlayersTrust.org is the website where you can see all of the great things the Players Trust is doing, and all of the great events that the players are a part of in advancing those charitable interests.
Now, Tony, I know that there's something exciting that's going to be kicked off tomorrow in honor of former executive director Michael Weiner. What can you tell us about that program?
Well, the players wanted to create something that honored Michael's life, his legacy, and the impact that he had on people. And as a result, they put together the Michael Weiner scholarship for labor studies. It's an opportunity for those who are studying in the labor area to have a scholarship that allows them to further their studies going forward. So the players, again, wanting to make sure that there was an opportunity to advance Michael's interests and Michael's concerns and honor him and his family, put that together, and we're looking forward to having our first recipients this fall.
Tony, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Growing up, everybody watched the Home Run Derby, and to do it one time in your career, you got to do it if you get the opportunity. It's a no-brainer.
Well, Adam Jones, who we met at the Home Run Derby a couple of years ago, Crucky, when he delivered ribs in Kansas City to us.
Yeah, Mitch's Meat brought us some ribs, and Adam Jones ate them all, which was very nice of him.
Now he's hoping to go the other way on us and send them out rather than bring the ribs in. So.
Yeah, you know, Boomer, talking to Matt Wieters, I said, how you think he'll do in this? And he said, this is normal. This will be normal batting practice for him, because that's his normal BP. He said he's been doing this for years. He's been participating in home run derbies for years without actually participating in the real one.
28 years of age, his 7th year already. And with Adam Jones, this was kind of the Orioles ahead of the curve. The Orioles were nowhere And they signed him to a long-term deal for big bucks. And really, they're doing this? They're not ready to make. He was the cornerstone of where they're going. And, of course, now with Buck Showalter and the team they have are in first place.
Yeah, and a great trade by the Baltimore Orioles, basically getting Adam Jones for Eric Bedard. And, you know, when you get a middle of the lineup Gold Glove center fielder to hit on your team, and you can get him signed long term, you can run too, you got yourself something special.
Yeah, that was a special home run there. So he is on the board. #1 pick of the Mariners back in 2003, and of course now cornerstone of the first place Orioles. 4 up on the Blue Jays and 5 of the Yankees. That'll be foul. And we don't want to take away from Adam, and we'll see how he does here, but I know we would be remiss. Oh, he just slugged that one, and it is gone. Man, so is somebody's hand.
Yeah, that's scary. As a former player, it's hard to fathom hitting line drives in the second deck.
Well, that's a second deck rainbow.
That's better. I can live with those. It's those line drives I can't live with, and no one should hit a line drive that far.
This is a rainmaker. Will it have enough? Not quite. When I started to Tony, Adam is from San Diego. So therefore, as anybody in San Diego, whether you're a baseball player or not, one of your heroes is your former teammate, the late great friend of ours, the Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, who just passed away very recently, tragically, of cancer. He touched all of us. But Adam Jones was a youngster that he touched in a different way. Had recruited Adam to play baseball for him at San Diego State, where Tony, of course, was the coach. And Adam didn't go because #1 pick, he got good money, but they became friends anyway. And Tony would invite him in the offseason to work out at the field, etc., which was Tony Gwynn in a nutshell, wasn't it, Crocky?
Yeah, without question. And Tony had a lot of former or current major league players that would come to him for, to hit, for Tony just to watch them hit. And he's helped so many of these young kids, and I know Tony took great joy in watching their progress. I know he had Jimmy Rollins out there. Jimmy won an MVP. Now Adam Jones is, one of the better players, if not one of the best players in baseball right now as far as the total package. And Tony is very proud of these young men, and I think after he passed, and the words they said on Twitter and to the local medias, wherever they were playing, you can tell they respected how much they respected Tony.
Everybody in Major League Baseball respected Tony, and our hearts go out to his family. He was, frankly, my 35 years of covering baseball and all the sports, as good as it got from my angle. And worked with us in the booth many times, and I know you knew him as a youngster, and we'll talk more about Tony later. But I know Adam would be proud that we're talking about Tony Gwynn, as he's putting on a heck of a show himself, with 4 home runs, many of them of the long variety. This one is to the track. So the way we're going, that's 4 for Adam Jones. Third longest in the Derby here, Crocky.
Yeah, that was that line drive into the bullpen area, and then this one right here, the line drive into the second deck, and a great play right there by a Justin Morneau fan. But that when you watch him play on an everyday basis, that swing's not much different than what he does every single day as a Baltimore Oriole.
That's where they went. So as the high schoolers, the local high schoolers put on a show, remember the one in New York last year. Adam Jones will towel off, anticipating that he is on his way. So here's a man that, well, frankly, everybody is eager in anticipation to see. Giancarlo Stanton, Miami Marlins. Member of the media turning down a free meal? You kidding? That's great, though. That's a wonderful by MasterCard.
Yes.
That's what we need to say. And we also need to say that, well, we've been waiting to see him. Giancarlo Michael Stanton. 24 years young in his 5th year for the Miami Marlins. And he is built for the home run derby. Yikes.
Good start.
Yep. And it's a wonderful story. His manager is pitching for him here, Mike Redmond of the Marlins, and you can a manager could use a few days off, especially, but Mike, who caught 5 years here in Minnesota, loved it, and his family said that would be great. And Carlo wanted him to pitch. And how about that? The manager pitching to the star of the team in the home run derby. And Redmond, who pitches batting practice every day, sees this. Did that go? Yes. Gonna need a ruling.
It went. See that? Yeah, he's going into flowers to get that one.
Yeah, it did. A flower pot.
I tell you, I was watching Giancarlo taking batting practice off of Redmond and sitting a lot of balls up into the cage. Wasn't getting the bat out in front and trying to hook the ball like he just did there. He was out in front of that one too much. Hit it off the end of the bat. Started to get a little worried about my pick when I saw that.
Well, look, he's got to not be number 4 or 5 in each league. And he's at 2 home runs, and that one will go way back. Third game. And it's a good time to say maybe this went toward Bemidji, because Bemidji, as local legend would say, is Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox territory. And hence, here he is in the home run derby.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, you knew that he hit that one. As soon as he hit it, he stood back and watched it. He took a couple steps out of the batter's box to watch that one.
Projected at 465. Oh, this is way back to center field. Back.
Goodness. Ooh, look at that. That's second deck dead center.
Look, I know this is the home run derby, but if you bought a ticket there, you really didn't expect the ball, did you?
No, you didn't expect that one either, back behind home plate. But no, they probably just think, oh, well, at least we got a good view. We can see where the pitches are. Little did they know that Giancarlo would reward him.
Buster Olney on manager to batter.
Mike Redmond told me that Stanton is actually not a great batting practice home run hitter. He said that what he likes to do in batting practice typically is work the middle of the field, and if he tries to pull it, then he'll hook the ball on the ground and tend to roll over on it. But when he works to the middle of the field, like you guys saw right there, that's when he's doing things exactly right.
Like that. Good job, Buster. You're on it as usual.
That thing looked like it was going to hit the L screen in front of Mike Redmond.
I thought it did.
Oh my goodness. He's into the second round now, right?
Oh yeah.
5 homers. He's leading.
Yes, he is, but he'd like to maybe get a bye. The best total in each league gets a bye into the 3rd round. New rules this year.
Come on, he's only 24. He doesn't need a rest.
I know.
They're getting younger and stronger, bigger and faster, aren't they?
Yep. All right, this is the flex ball. Now patience, that's.
I mean, you notice where he's standing. He's farther off the plate than any one of the hitters. So, oh boy.
Farther off the plate. Projected 510.
That'll work. Good night. He's getting a standing ovation from the players. Yeah, believe me, he didn't think he would get one either sitting up there.
The camera, but manager to batter, that worked. Now, Crucky, you better, crank up for this highlight. Oh, man.
Hey, that was the orange flex ball, too. I mean, that's you got $10,000 worth of that one. That thing just, I mean, it took off the bat and it got about halfway into left center field and was just rising. Look at this bullet. Wow.
Andrew McCutcheon, who's hit a few, but maybe not like that.
Last year's MVP and all.
Yeah.
Look at this strength. Good. That's what you're up against now, pitchers.
Yep. And he's 24.
Yeah, he's still learning.
Now a real intriguing player on a real intriguing team. Josh Donaldson, the starting third baseman of the American League from the team with the best record, a .621 percentage, 59-36, the Oakland Athletics. And his hashtag is bringer of rain. So we'll see if we already had that tonight. Chipper Jones, the bringer of rain, says bring it on. Chipper ought to know. Certainly a future Hall of Famer there. And so Donaldson just trying to get into it. Born in Pensacola, but really grew up across the line there in Alabama. Played at Auburn, first round pick of the Cubs, 2007. Bounced around a lot of places. And his chance at Oakland.
Well, we mentioned Jose Bautista being a leg kick guy, and so is Josh Donaldson. Sometimes if the timing's not right, it can get ugly.
Now his batting practice pitcher, right here, is this get out? Not quite. Is not his major league manager. It's a bullpen coach of the A's, Darren Bush, who was his manager in the A's system at each of the first three levels on the way up. That's a nice story.
Great story. You know, those guys in the minor leagues work tirelessly for they get no publicity for it. The minor league coaches are a big reason why most of these guys are here.
He's really a catcher. And here's a bringer of rain. Is it a bringer of gone? Yeah. And then Scott Sizemore got hurt, and he said to manager Bob Melvin of the A's, "Hey, you want me to go over there?" And yeah, I guess so. And he went over there, and then a little later Inge got hurt, and it's been his job.
He came up as a catcher, moved to third base, and very athletic third baseman at that. I'm sure with his bat, the way he could produce runs offensively, bet they're glad to have him out from behind home plate, risking injury. Put him at third where it's a little safer.
Little.
Of course, not in the home run derby it wouldn't be, would it?
No. Neither would dead center in the second deck against Stanton.
That should be another contest they have. They put a third baseman shortstop there and throw to these guys and see how many plays they can come up with.
That wouldn't get that many entrants. At least on
No,
one end.
you wouldn't get any.
He's got to get moving here. With just one home run and down to the last out. He moved on that one to left center field. Back it goes. Back. A deuce. Flex home run. Can he get another one? The American League board. Bautista has 10. Adam Jones with 4. Dozier here from the Twins 2. Well, and Donaldson with 3. They got 2 flex home runs. It may be enough to move him forward. We'll have to see. He got a little patient on the last couple of at-bats.
Yeah, he had to start to get a little more into it there. Got a little over-anxious early and had some patience there later, Boomer.
Well, these A's have all sorts of haircuts, too, like the A's we grew up with in the 70s.
Yeah, they're a unique group.
Speaking of A's, last year's champ will be coming up. Yoenis Cespedes from the A's. We'll be back. Welcome back to Target Field in Minneapolis. Little delay with rain, but we are underway. Major League Baseball's All-Star coverage continues tomorrow. 3 on the MLB Network, MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show presented by Chevrolet. 7:30 on Fox, the 2014 MLB All-Star Game, the Midsummer Classic, third to be played here in Minnesota in the Twin Cities. The third in, of course, each in different stadiums. 1965, they played at the old Met, 1980. And then we had one at the Homer Dome in 85, and now here at Target Field. He got a hero's welcome earlier. He's back in town where he was one of the most prolific Minnesota Twins. Justin Morneau, the one-time MVP of the American League and one-time winner of this home run derby. So Justin Morneau back in town after almost all his career, minus a month last year, his trade to Pittsburgh, and now playing for Colorado. The only lefty of the 10 in the field. The wall's a lot higher, but you don't have to tell him that. He knows how to get it out of here.
Yeah, that's Joe Mauer told us when he was up here visiting us in the booth that it's definitely an advantage to be a right-hander, but that's where he has to hit it, according to Joe Mauer. You have to try to hit it down the line.
Four-time an All-Star, not an All-Star this year, but a captain's pick by his Colorado teammate Troy Tulowitzki, which was awesome. And this crowd, if this gets out, which it won't, just want to shower him with thank you. Married a local girl. He and Joe Mauer were in each other's wedding. I mean, it goes on. A young man from New Westminster, British Columbia. So kind of, I know it's a long way from Minnesota, but they kind of both understood each other, and this is a Minnesota blast.
That one hit the flag up there and dropped straight down.
The flag was still there.
It's still there
for the moment. Justin Morneau needs 3 to advance. And he's running out of outs in front of his one-time home foe.
Yeah, that's just getting out front, pulling off the ball, trying to hit it down that line and catching it off the end of the bat and rolling it over.
Top 3 advance. The top 1 in each league gets a Dozier. Glenn Perkins, another all-star. Attaboy. Harmon Killebrew had 475 home runs as a Minnesota Twin. Kent Hrbek had 293. Justin Morneau is a Twin, 221, third all-time. There are the retired numbers, including number 3, Rick Killer. And Morneau just sent this one way up and gone.
The money ball too.
Yeah.
Donations being made today.
We like it. And not quite. And so Morneau shouldn't get too cold because he's tied with Todd Frazier. They're going to have a swing off to the 3rd spot. Of course, we still have last year's defending champ. Yoenis Cespedes will hit first, and then we'll have a swing off between the first batter. So he's a chance, unfortunately, not be loose. Todd Frazier and Justin Morneau. And this is coming up. 3 swings each. Okay, swings. And then alternating swings. But did he have some swings last year? Cespedes, John?
He was impressive. And, you know, for a young kid to come in and do what he did with the flair that he did at the last home run, the big flip of the bat and the arms extended, pretty special. I'm not sure if I'm Bob Melvin, though. I'd like to have 2 of my studs in the middle of my lineup go participating in the home run derby, but we're sure glad they are.
No, Melvin said, he had a great quote. He said, I wish he would be Rocky Marciano, retire undefeated as the champ. But he didn't. So Bob and the A's are watching. Of course, 6 A's are here, plus Samardzija, who is now an A, but he's named as a National League pitcher. And he's with the Cubs for the trade, huge trade this past week. Yoenis Cespedes, defected from Cuba after 2010. His mom, Estella, was the pitcher in Cuban softball 2000 Olympics. And he lit up Citi Field last year. This won't quite get it. He not only did it with the bat, has done it with the bat. Crookie, you remember, and this one is down the line. Off the foul screen. So home run number 1 for the champ. Back-to-back games against the Angels. Mike Scioscia, the Angels manager, said, you got to just tip your hat. He made throws from left field after juggles or misplays. Nailing a runner at home, nailing a runner at third, and he's seen enough.
Yeah, well, you make mistakes in the field, you got to make up for it somehow. You either hit a homer or follow it up with a good play.
11 assists. So those were 2 eye openers in back-to-back games against the Angels.
I think this 7 outs as opposed to 10. Some of these guys are a little over anxious.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a lot of swings where balls are being popped up the other way. Foul pops, which are rare during batting practice.
Yep, Cespedes. I mean, he was patient enough last year. He's got the same pitcher that he had, the third base coach of the A's, longtime second baseman of them, Mike Lego Gallego.
Former teammate of mine in winter ball, Mike Gallego in Mexico. Yeah.
Good guy.
Great guy. Great human being.
And wow. Wow.
You know, you're watching the kids out there on the field, and they all run back to the fence like it's going to stay in. And then you see the kids in the bullpen out there, and they're looking like, you know, they're gathered around trying to catch it, and it goes in the second deck. Getting bad reads out there.
Yeah, well.
Of course, I'm sure most of those kids have never seen one hit in the second deck before.
No.
From the playing field.
Not often.
We've got a good story if a little leaguer can hit it that far.
This is the other way. Ooh. 5 outs, just 2 homers.
He needs 1 more to tie Donaldson.
He does. He's clinched a swing off because Dozier had 2. That's the lowest total in the American League. And now we're down to the flex ball. Yeah, 3. He needs 1 more.
I like seeing him in this home run derby. Jose Abreu.
Yeah, well, wow. He'll be one time.
Oh. Yeah, he better make himself comfortable in this All-Star game too. He'll get plenty of opportunities in that. I've never seen anything like it.
There you go. So you, again, on my mistake, Dozier and Cespedes with 2. You need 3 to at least still have a chance. This is got to get out. Got to get out. If it stays fair, it's out. Guys getting ready for the National League swing off down below. Could have 2 Oakland A's in an American League swing off. Cespedes gets this one out, but he doesn't. So we so
2 swing offs.
We've got a rain delay. We've got extra rounds this year, and now we'll have 2 swing offs. So the National League, you see Chuck Torres with Major League Baseball.
We do the American League swing off, all right? Just sit tight. What? 3 swings.
So the National League swing off between Todd Frazier and Justin Morneau. 3 swings each, and then we see where we are. Then we're down to alternate swings, and then we go to penalty kicks.
Penalty kicks, yeah. Who's going to be the goalie?
That guy in the upper deck with Stanton here. So here's Todd Frazier. Started things off. Personable third baseman of the Cincinnati Reds. And his brother Charlie trying to lay a couple in there. Each swing obviously so valuable.
And I bet when he walked off after being the first batter in this home run derby, probably thought, I'm done.
Right.
He didn't think 2 would be enough.
Inside out, and we lost a few fielders here. They think they went for a water break.
Yeah, they didn't think he'd hit one to right field.
Well, that's 2 swings. Nothing doing yet for Todd. That'll make this count. Brother Charlie Frazier trying to lay it in there. And he did. Frazier sends it back, and out goes Frazier. So there's one. Here's the hometown hero.
Morneau has a little bit of an advantage here, having just swung not long ago. Frazier had to sit a long time. Of course, they can go back in the cage and loosen up, and not the same.
Of the 10, the only lefty in this competition. 3 swings. If 2 go out, he moves on.
That ball's just a little bit on the outer half of the plate. Morneau wants a little more in. Sent middle in and up. That way you don't have to worry about trying to elevate it.
Uh-oh. He, like Frazier, the first 2 did not go anywhere. This has to go. Now, he will not be playing tomorrow night, so this is a farewell to their hero as Frazier advances. You know, Justin Morneau, when he was traded late last year, took out a full-page ad in the Minneapolis Star-Tribune and the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Beautiful. We could read it all, but he'd like to say thank you to all the Twins fans. Thank you to the Twins organization. I was drafted by the Twins in '99. I've been very proud and fortunate to call myself a Minnesota Twin. It went on and on and on. I was a wide-eyed 22-year-old kid when I came here, and thank you for your support. Your friend, Justin Morneau, is how he signed it. Very, very classy. And he was welcomed home warmly here.
Without question, a classy man.
So now the Oakland A's swing off, if you will. Josh Donaldson. Yoenis Cespedes.
You see Donaldson getting over anxious, hitting 2 pop-ups, 1 foul, 1 in the infield.
Well, he cranks this one. That is gone. That is up there towards St. Cloud.
That'd be the first time Donaldson's ever rooted against Cespedes.
Right. Imagine them taking batting practice last group. How many times they've had their own little home run contest?
I would imagine every day.
Yeah. That one was projected at 484. Now last year's champ.
Tied that one up.
I would think so. Yikes.
He's used to that 10 out thing. He needs 10 outs. 7 didn't work for him.
Cespedes is moving on as he bests his teammate Josh Donaldson.
Cheap ones either. Them balls were, I mean, Donaldson had to feel like after the first one, this is probably not my night. The one thing you love about it, Boomer, he's not getting cheated. Look at him. 2 teammates. Good luck. Hope you win it. Let's win this division.
Yep. He wore his championship belt into the ring, and he didn't want to sit down, did he? Two of them projected at 483 and 484. All right, wow. While they celebrate, here's the way it works. So numbers 4 and number 5 in each league are eliminated. The top home run hitters, Jose Bautista, American League, Giancarlo Stanton, National League, get to rest. And now you have a National League number 2, number 3 with Troy Tulowitzki against Todd Frazier. Well, you're right. After his 2 homers right away, he figured I'm not going. Yep. But he's playing. And Bautista and Stanton get the byes. And what we didn't finish was Cespedes and Adam Jones will go next in the American League. Now, mano y mano from here on out. We'll be back. The target.
We bring you Home Run Derby. This week we have 2 of the greatest stars in all of baseball, Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays.
Good luck. Good luck, Mickey.
High fly ball. It may be fair. It may be foul. Way down the left field line. It is gone.
He hit that one pretty good.
Yes, he did hit that one pretty good, Mickey. Well, Mickey's coming up with a chance to pick up the marbles. The tension mounts. High fly ball deep to left field. This may be it. It's way back there, and it is gone. And Mickey Mantle wins it 9-8.
Mickey Mantle against Willie Mays. Mark Scott in the original Home Run Derby shows they were great. Mano y mano, 1960. Those were the old, well, not the old, that's in Chicago, but Wrigley Field in L.A., the original home of the Los Angeles Angels. And so just like the TV show in 1960, we now go head-to-head for everything else. And the guy's designing new haircuts, right?
They're unique. They're very unique, yes.
All right, so Todd Frazier, the first man up, thought, as you said, he wouldn't have another shot. But he is the number 3 hitter with 2 home runs and 1 in a swing off. And he will go against the number 2 hitter, Troy Tulowitzki, the captain of the National League. To the right to face Giancarlo Stanton in the National League Finals. Almost. Tulowitzki very serious about this down below. They'll just have to tell him how many he needs. Again, he gets 7 outs. And not called base of the wall. 2 of them have just missed. Again, dead center field. Does it have enough? Oh, yeah. Backed up the 9-iron.
He had a little spin on that one, didn't he?
Yeah. That's
probably a good golfer.
Center, really. Well, he's a great athlete, as we know. Little League World Series champ, pass, punt, and kick. All that as a pre-teenager in Toms River, New Jersey. Todd Frazier of the Reds has 1 home run here in this second round. They're more patient. So if he keeps moving, he'll have, seems like all of a sudden he hit, we never heard from him for 2 hours. He'll be up almost every 2 minutes.
Yeah, the forgotten man.
Right. This is a long way to right center field. Oh, man, he's just missing.
Just coming up short. But you, there's no way in a home run derby you could expect to hit 2 in the first round and move on. or to get a chance to move on, and he got the chance, and I'm sure he was thinking to himself, this is probably over.
Right. I think he's going to get a little from his teammate who's named today, Simon. Multi-game winner already for the Reds. Meanwhile, Tulowitzki's coming out saying, just tell me how many I need. None of the totals count from before. Everything is new.
It would be fun to see a home run derby in Wrigley. Players would have to go out to right center field and left center field to get to the batting cages.
Now this one is way up there by Frazier, and it's gone. So he's putting on a late spurt. That's his second home run. He's got 2 outs to play with still. Frazier comes. Oh, that one is slugged way back, and gone.
Now he's starting to figure it out.
Yeah, he's figured it out. It's back, and gone again.
His brother's getting those pitches in middle in and up just a little bit, belt tied a little higher. Like I said, if the pitcher elevates it for you, it takes some of the work out of it. You still have to hit it, of course, but I think you'd rather see it a little higher than you would a little lower.
And that's a long way out there. Does it have enough mustard? You betcha.
That's impressive.
4 in a row. Mike Trout with the grin.
If you were Mike Trout, wouldn't you be grinning all the time?
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. He's a great kid.
He really is.
Great kid from outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah. Grew up a Philly fan, but a Jeter fan.
As everybody on the All-Stars seem that they are.
So you can count him as being a little confused. Can't like both, can you?
Why not? Different leagues? Different leagues?
Yeah, back then there was no interleague when he was a kid. Well, he's still a kid. What am I saying?
He is a kid. He'll be a kid for about 5 more years.
He hasn't reached his peak yet. He hasn't reached his prime. Still trying to figure this league out.
And Frazier is certainly figuring this one out. It is way up there and gone.
Well, he is putting on an impressive show in this round.
He gets under that one. So really good job, and a good job late. Clutch hitting, if you will, here in a home run derby by Todd Frazier with 6. Most of them with just 2 outs left. There's Red's teammates, Aroldis Chapman, Simon, the pitcher, Cueto. Seeing their position player do something they like.
That's impressive enough hitting one to center, but the one he hit to right center up in the seats was impressive. Maybe the most impressive home run I've seen tonight. Well, 500 feet from Stanton might do that. But Todd Frazier, like you said, Boomer, late push. Putting a lot of pressure on Troy Tulowitzki now.
Captain Late. It was a nickname, and I'm going way back now. It's basketball. I followed it then. James Silas, the ABA running mate with George Gervin in the backcourt. San Antonio Spurs of the ABA. Red, white, and blue ball, and he hit it like they were basketballs out there. Now Tulowitzki's going, so I picked Frazier. Why? Right?
Well, I mean, the goal is for your league to win.
Yeah, it is. So now Troy knows he needs 6 to force his swing off, or he'll sit down.
Has a captain ever won? I mean, Cano won, but then the next year he was the captain.
Yes. Haven't had captains that? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Well, wow. That is way up there and gone for Tulowitzki.
That's a shortstop.
No.
What? He's rapid fire.
He is. I was just saying, he just That ball just landed, and the next one was out.
It just landed. The next one he hit foul.
That was an inside that may not stay fair. Let's get the call. No. It was inside, and he just pulled it, although it was. It's almost inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
Tulo quickly has to get on a roll. He's got 3 outs to go, and he needs 5 home runs. 2 outs to go. He needs 5 home runs.
And we're showing what Todd Frazier did late in the round, showing patience. Troy Tulowitzki hasn't showed any of that in this round.
Well, the pride of Long Beach State. 7th player overall, picked in 2005. Had Jeter posters, and Nomar Garcia Parra posters, and A-Rod posters. Wanted to be one of those big shortstops. He certainly has done that. Now he needs a big charge, and there's a start. Speaking of big shortstop, his dog is named Rip, so he's got everything covered, doesn't he? He got under this a little much. And so it'll be Todd Frazier moving on to the National League Finals, and not the captain, Troy Tulowitzki, but a good effort. So the 3rd round, we now know in the National League, the finals, if you will, Giancarlo Stanton and Todd Frazier. Who will go to the American League Finals to face Jose Bautista? Will it be Adam Jones? Will it be last year's champ, Yoenis Cespedes? American League semi, if you will. Coming up next, here at Target Field in the Twin Cities on what's become a beautiful evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight we stand united in the fight against cancer with our partner, Stand Up to Cancer. Please join Commissioner Seelig, Major League Baseball, MasterCard, ESPN, and the entire baseball family in standing up to cancer. And please go to standuptocancer.org to find out how you can help today. This summer, get together for a priceless cause to help fight cancer. Spend $10 or more with your MasterCard. When you dine out, MasterCard will donate up to $4 million, one precious cent at a time. Visit priceless.com/causes to learn more. Fans here standing up to cancer as our home run derby coverage continues. We'll get back to Chris Berman and John Kruk momentarily as you see the stands. And now, folks, will sit back down as we move towards round 2. And the American League side, now that we know that Todd Frazier will be in the finals against Giancarlo Stanton. Good luck with that. Barry Larkin and Aaron Boone. Frazier's put up some fight, but this is like going against Ali in his prime with the way Stanton had that first round.
Well, you talked about Giancarlo Stanton and his power, how he makes the ballpark look small. I happen to agree with you on that. He hit some absolute monster shots.
But think about the first 2 home runs he hit, he missed.
Yeah.
But unlike everyone else in this derby, his sneak over the fence, the other guys are are the ones that die 10 feet shallow. That's the difference between Stanton and everyone else.
And because we are both are Cincinnati Reds, Todd Frazier represent. Keep going, buddy.
I know you like that. Well, Alfredo Simon getting a lot of airtime as he's celebrating there with Aroldis Chapman. And now Yoenis Cespedes steps in, and like Frazier, probably didn't think he'd be around for this second round, but Here he is again, and he had come in a real homerless drought.
Well, that was the same situation last year when he won the Derby. But you notice in round 2, or the swing-off round, where he had 2 out of the 3 pitches out. This guy puts it together when he needs to.
And it's about getting hot. As we saw with Todd Frazier, he looked like he was down. Bam, 5-6 in a row. All of a sudden, it happens in a hurry.
There's a big one for Cespedes, and one of the barometers for team success, 2-out hits. And in the case of a home run derby, it's 6 outs. Yes. How you do with 6 outs? Or in the case of Frazier in that swing off, he delivered when he had 2. With Barry and Aaron, I'm Carl at Cespedes. We send it back to Chris and John.
All right, fellas, thank you. We're enjoying what we think will be a big barrage late. Remember, Bautista didn't even need all his outs to have the most homers with the 10 spot. So he sits by and watch who will he face. Cespedes of Oakland or Adam Jones of the Orioles. And Cespedes sends this back in second deck.
Seems to be routine, hitting it up in that second deck for these guys.
Again, Mike Gallego is throwing to him, longtime major leaguer and third base coach of the A's.
Looks like the outfielders have a shift on.
Yeah.
20 in the left and 4 in right.
Yeah. Only 1 to the right or right center. He can run forever if he hits it down the line, huh?
Yeah, he'll be a sabermetrician when it's all said and done.
Well, it doesn't matter where you position on this one. This is bullpen bound. Nice. Look at them all come back with their heads down. Darn it.
Yeah. 100 kids out there in one baseball. 99 of them are upset.
Cespedes gets under this one. Now 8 of them call mine. That's always tough.
Yeah, and 40, 50, 40 plus thousand people cheering. You know they can't hear each other.
Then it's just a matter of height.
Yeah, the tallest one gets most of them.
And it's Cespedes. Does he get on his roll? Yeah, that would be rolling on a river. Maybe the Mississippi River. Four homers, 4 outs. Remember, you get 7 if you're just tuning in. We're down to the American League semifinals. Now here's a stat that I'm not sure what it means. Is that home runs total? I don't really know what this means, so you can sabermatic this one. We've 20,000 actual home runs. To feet. 20,000 actual feet tonight in home runs. Okay, I don't.
You can handle.
Now I can tell it's late in the evening. I'm getting handed that stuff. Yeah, well, there's 21,000 feet.
20,400 more feet.
Feet don't fail me now. Even Marty Aronoff punchy up here. I can tell when he's handing me these pieces of paper.
That was a gem.
He crunches this one way up there. This is Cespedes. And it has enough juice to get out of there. Right over the railing, right near the flower pots, and into the first row. So Cespedes all of a sudden with 6 home runs. This is the kind of role we saw last year at Citi Field, Crocky.
Yeah, he hits the ball high. Like see a lot of like Giancarlo Stanton line drives, Todd Frazier line drives.
Oh.
Cespedes hits those majestic, high home runs.
Look at this one. Wow. Mankato bound.
map of Minnesota.
Yeah, well, Adam Jones going, okay, man. I better dig in.
He said he's going to make it tough. I see.
All right, so we're down to the flex ball now with 7 home runs. Cespedes trying to put a number up there that Adam Jones will find hard to match and move on against Joey Bats in the AL final. More at bats here for Cespedes.
So much for those majestic ones.
Yeah.
Oh, a line shot.
The actual and the projected distance. You never know. This is to center field toward the handshaking mascots. Way up and bounces back into the field of play with a home run. 8 for Cespedes. So he had to survive a swing off, if you will, number 9, I should say, a swing off against his teammate Donaldson, and he is don't look back.
He hit that one and walked off like he didn't get it.
Yeah.
He was walking back toward the American League bench over here.
What's the matter with him? He couldn't hit it out?
Slumping.
That's a heck of a job with 9 homers after barely surviving the swing off, and now Adam Jones. I'd say he's got his work cut out for him, John.
Oh, this is what Adam Jones had to sit and watch, Chris. It's some majestic high home runs, and seemed like as he got a little later in this round, got a little tired, decided to start hitting some line drives out of here. That's very impressive. I just can't fathom hitting a ball like that. Maybe a punch 3-iron.
Yeah, well.
The speed of that getting out. I mean, you just look at the power, though, the lower legs, how strong they are, how he gets that ball out in front, able to keep it fair, which is a key in this home run derby. We've seen so many balls hit foul. He kept that one fair and hit it a long way.
So Adam Jones is hoping that Jet Ruiz, the batting practice pitcher and bullpen catcher of the Orioles, can groove a few so Adam can do the same. 4-time an All-Star, 3-time a Gold Glover. The first place Baltimore Orioles, and he says, okay, gauntlet down, blowout.
Back at you. This ain't over yet. We were just in Baltimore last night for the Sunday night game, and
I heard.
Yeah, well, it was fun. But Jet Ruiz said he had to get a haircut for this event. Said he wanted to look good on TV.
He's looking good.
He gets in the finals, he'll get a lot of airtime.
Yeah, he will. Oh, Christ! Does it stay fair? No.
That's what I mean. It's just Cespedes kept that ball fair, and Adam Jones just got out a little bit too far in front of it. Still hit it 450 feet. But
this is great. Oh, it's an upper deck job to White Bear Lake. Cleaning his shoes. Gotta look good.
Yeah, you can't have dirty shoes in a home run derby.
No, not if you're.
That's a fascinating thing with the All-Star game, the creativity with some of the spikes the guys wear.
They are. How about this shot by Adam Jones? Back on. That's just a two-backer. You only had time for two.
Two back and a breath. They just won the pennant.
Yeah, right.
This.
It's like a.
Had to win a bet or something.
He had to.
He had to.
Look at that. Smile could light up a room.
What it's about. It's what this All-Star experience is all about.
Up, back our way. Now, Giancarlo Stanton keeping loose for the National League Finals, which is next. He had the most in the NL with 6. You get a feeling he's only just started. Well, Adam gets under this one a little bit. And now we'll need a major roll. He's going to hit 6 out before he gets his 7th out.
There's his catcher, Matt Wieters. He's got to be going crazy having to sit and watch.
Yep.
Very happy. Talked to him earlier. He's very happy. Team's in first place, but he said he wishes he was out there helping them.
You know, it's an odd feeling, isn't it?
It stinks, to be honest with you. Plus, it's more nerve-wracking sitting and watch, knowing that you can't control anything that goes on. You know, when you're playing, you have a chance to contribute and help.
Some of the fans wanted a review, but it was foul. He didn't get cheated on a couple of fouls. But Adam Jones, once Cespedes hung up the 9, that was a lot to ask. So Cespedes will advance in the American League Finals against Jose Bautista of the Blue Jays. Defending champ against this year's captain, and Frazier, who is he's kind of crept in there.
He's the sleeper. That's why he's the sleeper.
Picked him as the sleeper. Todd Frazier, Giancarlo Stanton. National League Finals on tap here in the Twin Cities. Well, we've crowned a champion of the high school home run derby. Finalist Josh Naylor of Mississauga, which is across the border in Ontario, Canada, hit 4, but Lucan Baker of Conroe, Texas, had 7 home runs, some which got the best in baseball's attention. And he took the title here at Target Field. Congratulations. Growing big in Texas. So here is our bracket. We're into the league finals. Now, first up will be the National League, where Todd Frazier is
Here he is.
He is the survivor.
Here he is.
First one up at 2 homers. Figured he was done. It enabled him for a swing off, which he bested Justin Morneau 1-0. But then he took down Troy Tulowitzki in the semis. And now Giancarlo Stanton with the most National League home runs with 6. He'll face him. He had the bye. So Frazier, the 3 seed, if you will, against Stanton, the 1 seed. So in a lot of ways, this is his 4th at bat of the night, right?
Yeah, and he's 3 for 3 already.
Yep. Kirk Herbstreit rooting for him, right? Big Reds fan. Giancarlo Stanton, that's
doesn't look good.
That's a big hammy to quad and hammy and get them all going.
Pulled my hammy just watching him.
Meanwhile, Frazier tries to, go straight away a lot, doesn't he?
Well, that pitch was away on him, and he got a little impatient and thought he could hit one out to center. Kind of caught it off the end of the bat.
Now there's Todd. That's going to go way up there in deck number 2. So he's on the board. They love their long ball here, and they love their hitting in Minnesota, that's for sure. Think of Twins baseball. They came here in 1961 with a star from the Washington Senators. And they moved here by the name of Harmon Killebrew. Harmon came up here and hit more homers in the 60s than anybody else. Includes Willie Mays, includes Hank Aaron. So they've loved him, and there's number 3. And then the retired numbers 29 is Rod Carew. I mean, one of the great hitters we have ever seen. 7 batting titles, 328. We can go on and on as Frazier pops this one up. The other numbers, maybe we could take a quick look while we're making a tour. Along with Killebrew 3 and Carew 29. As Frazier has 2 outs to go. And this may be 1 out to go. The other numbers retired here. Tony Oliva, number 6. Ken Hrbek, 14. Of course, the late, great, beloved Kirby Puckett, 34. Bert B. Holm Blyleven, 28. The longtime skipper Tom Kelly, 10. And, of course, the 42 of Jackie Robinson.
What's up, buddy?
Let's go, baby.
Well, he may very well have run out of gas.
Yeah, very well could have. Yeah, that long wait from the first hitter to getting into the swing off and then getting into that 3rd round against Troy Tulowitzki. Yeah, he could have been a little fatigued there.
Well, you saw a wonderful scene here earlier, and your opportunity to join the ESPN family Wednesday in our efforts to help defeat cancer. Maybe one day we won't have to have this discussion. That would be wonderful. If you'd like to make a donation, you can visit ESPN.com or call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. First round for the top home run hitter of the National League, Giancarlo Stanton. Here's where they went. Here's where they went. 400, 430. 430 was a joke. 422, that seemed longer than that's where they went. Now where they would have gone, who knows?
That's where it stopped.
Right.
Someone told me that. I forget which player said that he might hit one out of this place.
Well,
that's long.
That's long. And it's kind of the one they still talk about.
Cool too, so the ball's not going to carry as good.
Well, he is from Panorama, California, so that would be the proper name. Will he have a panoramic home run? 6'6", 242. Second round draft pick, Marlins, 2007. Here you go. That's why they have those screens even in the middle of center field.
Out there.
Right? Just needs two, and he can sit.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for Todd Frazier to advance in this one, I would think. But he got 3 and 3 pop, or 1 line drive and 2 pop ups. So maybe it's destiny.
Stanton has sat there for a while. 100 home runs. He hit in the 8th fewest games ever to get to 100 home runs. 400. That's a rainmaker, which we had earlier tonight and we don't need.
No, not anymore.
Ryan Howard, by the way, 325 is the fastest. But
wow.
Stanton, the 8th fastest. So, you know, Todd Frazier, I mean, he's walking on a thin line here, but, well.
Oh, they're tied.
Now we are tied. It is. Whoa! We are not tied.
Todd Frazier.
We're not tied.
I thought he was going. He went over and came back.
So what's the call? Todd thought it was out. It was not. Now, again, when he hit 2 homers in the very first at bat, you figure take a shower, right?
This is.
Crowd trying to help the big guy. That is his final out. Got to go out.
Certainly. He won't get shut out, will he?
No. He will.
He did. Todd Frazier.
So this is unbelievable. Todd Frazier with 1 homer in the finals of the National League will have a 5th at bat.
Oh my goodness.
Not quite like Frazier upsetting Ali in the Garden, but holy smokes. He's tired.
Well, I think he just got a little burst of energy there. He's sitting there thinking, I'm in the finals. Who would have thought?
He almost was eliminated before we even got started in a swing off when he hit 1 to advance.
He hit 1 home run to it, 2 in the first round to advance.
And then 1 in a swing off, so 3, and 1 in this one.
1 in the swing off and 1 in this one. Holy goodness.
It's not how the ball gets in the hole, right?
You only have to win by 1.
That's right. Wow. Jose Bautista, who was awesome a long time ago. Yoenis Cespedes, who's hit some rainmakers all night in the AL Finals, coming up. We would be remiss if we didn't remember a couple of Hall of Fame hitters who we lost here in 2014. Ralph Kiner, 369 home runs in a 10-year career. One of just a handful of players to hit 50 home runs more than once. And Tony Gwynn. One of my favorite images of Tony Gwynn is scoring the winning run in Pittsburgh in '94 in the All-Star game. He's jumping around like a little kid. And lifetime 338 hitter. Tony Gwynn, of all players, every player who played at all after World War II, only Ted Williams had a higher batting average than Tony Gwynn. And we talked about him earlier. Crucky, you knew him as a youngster. I'm fortunate enough to know everybody. There were two players, and one is a fellow who was a Minnesota Twin here, Kirby Puckett. There were two players that got applauded everywhere they went, in every field, every stadium, every time they were announced. Tony Gwynn, Kirby Puckett.
Yeah, they did it the right way. They played the game with a lot of class, and they carried themselves with a lot of class. And I know, I've known Tony since we were 20 years old, breaking in the Padres minor league system together as roommates in rookie ball, and he was the same person then as he was till the day he passed away. He loved baseball, he loved teaching baseball, he loved talking baseball, he loved being around the game. He was just a wonderful human being.
Missed them both. Ralph Kiner. Longtime Met fans kind of forget that all his announcing that he was a great player and a Hall of Fame player. But now we're on to the American League Finals, where Yoenis Cespedes, the defending champ, is trying to take down his captain, Jose Bautista. He said it.
That's where he was going when we saw him go up in the clubhouse, get his phone so he can tweet.
One other note, we saw Tony in the '94 All-Star game when there was no World Series that year, so that was the only remembrance that we have of a big game. The manager of the National League squad, your manager, Philadelphia Jim Fregosi, pretty close to Hall of Fame talent, that's for sure. We lost him as well this year, and we miss him.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It's been a good year, but he was a better person than a manager, and he was a great manager. Taught us all a lot about not only about the game but about life.
Meanwhile, Cespedes, almost get the feel, Crucky, he's taking dead aim here, right? Like kind of stalking his prey a little bit.
I honestly think he's getting loose. When you saw what happened to Giancarlo Stanton, you wonder if that could be a carryover to Jose Bautista. They haven't hit in so long. You get a pass in the first round, you get a bye after the first round, and you can loosen up all you want, and that's all great, but he hasn't hit a ball in a while.
Yeah. That's a big fly. Gone. Cespedes was home run number 3 in the AL final. Pedro Gomez, he's stalking.
Chris, I just talked to Josh Donaldson, who has been Cespedes' teammate for the last 2.5 seasons. And he said, you know what, there's something about Yoenis when everybody's watching that he loves to turn it on, whether it be the home run derby, like that laser into the left field seats, or during the postseason in October, or down the stretch run. A lot of people, Donaldson said, shy away from the big pressure, but when it comes to Cespedes, he loves for people to see how good he is. Guys?
Well, Pedro, good comment, and we're seeing it. We saw it in New York, which is a pretty darn big stage, and and Oakland's been in the postseason here a couple of years. Yeah, he challenged Puig, said, hey, man, I don't think so. And at least for 1 year, that's certainly the case. Cespedes sends it way back to right center field, back, gone.
Wow. Looked like he caught that one off the end of the bat. Well, he looks like he wants to keep the crown.
He does. He wore it into the ring, right?
He's trying to go home with it, too.
Having fun. Guys that have stayed. Does it have enough? Oh, almost put a hole in the wall. Oh, man.
It's only a 340-foot line drive. He can do better than that. My goodness. It's a different game, Boomer.
Yep. I mean, you're not up there to sacrifice anymore?
I don't think so. No, I got a feeling Bob Melvin's not going to lay the old bunt on Yoenis anytime soon.
Dead center field and way up there on the grass.
So he's gone to right center, and he should be getting tired. Huh.
Nope.
The youth of baseball.
Yep. So 6 homers, and much like he did against Adam Jones with the 9. And not to say that Bautista, who hit 10 and didn't even use all his outs, can't do it, but he's trying to put up a total to put a lot of pressure on every swing. It's almost like the sleeper hold that he did on Adam Jones in all these years.
That second deck's getting wore out by these guys.
It's unreal. He's watching. Okay, so that's 7, huh?
Well, and he has 4 more outs to go. That goes. We got to check his bat.
Yeah. And that was a Ray Guy punt. Yeah, they're having fun. Country mate is putting on a show. Did that get out or did it hit the?
No, it hit the wall.
It hit the wall.
5.
Oh, that's where the wall extends, right there at 403.
5 feet to our left, looking at that wall right there. That would have been a homer.
Two outs left. He got 7 home runs. Pretty good number. Quite here. So now he'll be down to his last out. Look out, guys. Oh, man. All right, so while the A's do some toweling, Bautista is alone in his thoughts and his swings.
Money ball.
Yep. Patient. He's up there stalking. I'm telling you. Oh. Well, 7 homers, doable but tough because. And some congrats. Remember, he too had to survive a swing off. We'll look at some replays first.
That's the one right there. They in on the plate, and he just worked those hips and hit that one out. Man. That second deck again, taking that beating we've been talking about. Look at that. He
look out.
He got on top of that. That one he did. That's the one to right center field. Looks like he's looking to right center.
Yep. There's his chart. And so, if you're wondering, boy, when Jose Bautista, what's he been doing? Well, he hasn't swung in an hour, or faced the pitch at the plate, in an hour 54. An hour 54.
It's a heck of a rain delay.
Yes. Which we had tonight. And so now Joey Bats trying to get loose. and duplicate the best performance we've seen at any round thus far. That was 10. He had an out to spare. Here's where he hit him. A lot of second-tier shots. Saw some fans. You see fans everywhere here at the All-Star game. Saw father and son Toronto hats. But they were from Saskatoon in Saskatchewan. But they said Toronto's our team. We're rooting for Joey Bats, and they're here tonight. And he's got to hit 7. Going to be tough. What do you think, Crucky? Can he do it after this long a delay, almost 2 hours?
I think it's going to be tough. I mean, you know, you saw how stiff the swing of Giancarlo Stanton looked after waiting not as long as Jose Bautista. But I don't put anything past him.
Jesus Figueroa, the Blue Jays batting practice pitcher, throwing to number 19. Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. Another guy that didn't blossom till almost 30 years old. Oh, doesn't quite get enough. It just, right?
Got underneath it just a little bit. And looked like it got in on him a hair, too. He didn't quite catch that one off the barrel.
Credits both his manager at the time with Toronto. And this one will put him on the board. Cito Gaston and the batting coach, Dwayne Murphy, said, you don't swing early enough. Start swinging almost before the ball is released.
Yeah.
And it seems ridiculous, but try it, and it worked.
That's the way Murph hit. Got an opportunity to play with him in Philadelphia. What a great guy. Great teammate. Swung as hard as anybody I've ever seen swing. Wow.
Well, we're going to have to get the termites out of the bat back. Well, this one has some oomph to it. It's a second deck job.
Seems to be the place to sit for this home run derby.
Yeah, and that's where he's hit all of his. Like I said, that's where he hit all of his. Game on.
Yeah, he's not going to go down without a fight.
Got under that one. So can he hit 4 homers before he gets 2 outs? Todd Frazier, the National League champ, won a lot of 15-round TKOs, didn't he?
Yeah, he had some split decisions in there, yeah.
Yeah.
They went to the judges' scorecard a couple times with him.
Like we said, back, and gone. Can he get 3 before 2 outs? Oh, looked inside on him, didn't it?
Yeah, looked the lead ball like it got in just a hair. Just a little bit.
Can he get 3 before 1 outs? There's Cespedes watching. Wave to us.
Seems nervous about the whole thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah. Go through what those defectors in Cuba have to go through. I don't think this is too nerve-wracking. That won't have enough height, will it? Nope. And so, the captain of the American League has been eliminated. Jose Bautista put up a fight. Yoenis Cespedes has a chance to do what only Junior Griffey has done and win back-to-back derbies.
Come out to the field.
And he will go up against Todd Frazier as the heavy favorite. No question.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb right here, boom, and say that Todd Frazier needs to hit more than one this round to win.
Well, I would think so. There's our finals, Cespedes and Frazier. The 2014 Gillette Home Run Derby, brought to you by Gillette Fusion Pro Glide with Flex Ball technology, available, of course, at Target.
Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Come fly with me, come fly with me, come fly with me, let's fly away.
Welcome back, everybody, to the finals now of the Gillette Home Run Derby on ESPN. We hope you've enjoyed it. A rain delay, but we have almost like Davey and Goliath here in the finals. Major League Baseball's All-Star coverage tomorrow. MLB Network 3 o'clock, the MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show, presented by Chevrolet. Then 7:30 on Fox, the MLB All-Star Game. And two fellas who, they work hard. They work hard, Crocky. They really do. The Mike and Mike. Mike Golick, Mike Greenberg, entertaining folks in the stadium. Of course, they're up early to do radio, and they're doing it tomorrow. They have a day-night doubleheader in the truest sense of the word. They do a great job on so many platforms. They work their tails off. So, Joe Torre, one of 6 gentlemen to go in the Hall of Fame in a couple of weeks, which will be an awesome scene in the 75th anniversary of Cooperstown. Flip the coin. Todd Frazier won. He got the choice. He will hit second. So the American League champ and defending champ, Yoenis Cespedes of the Oakland A's, the left fielder, against the third baseman, Todd Frazier, for the Cincinnati Reds, the National League champ. 7 outs each. Frazier getting ready while Cespedes hopes to put up a number, which he did both times. It was like too much for Adam Jones and too much for Jose Bautista.
Yeah, the longer this has gone on, the better he's gotten.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think he's cooling off anytime soon.
Pretty good start. I mean, if you like 450-foot homers, it's a good start.
That's into your wheelhouse. Cespedes hit 3 in the first round. Had to go to a swing off, so he hit 2. That's 5. Then hit 9 in the semis. 7. Total of 21. Then 2 more hit 23 home runs. Todd Frazier in 3 rounds in a swing off, 10 home runs. So it really is Davey and Goliath. He's on. Don't tell me that that ball was so high that it started to rain again. Yeah, that's what he did. That's how high he hit it, Brooke. I mean, you know,
I say coach him.
The nerve of him.
These guys are going to be in more All-Star games. They can finish this next year.
Yeah, that one didn't quite make it. So 3 outs. Buster Olney.
Hey guys, I talked to Todd Frazier about the choice that he made to allow Cespedes to go first, and he said, you know what, maybe he's tired, he just hit. So that was Todd's thinking in doing that, and he said on top of that, he said, I haven't got a chance to hit second yet, maybe it'll work for me better.
That one got into the rain clouds and is back and gone.
I like his thinking.
Yeah, no, I think he's great.
Cespedes doesn't seem to be playing along, but it was good thinking.
Yeah, Todd said to sweat every one of them out, right?
Yeah, he had to set and watch. He's had to set and watch to see if he advances.
However, maybe that's what was working for him. This is Upper Decker. So you want me to lead off?
Yeah. Catch this one. I'll put up a nice number, see if he can get there.
And that's what he's done the whole time.
Yeah, it's been impressive by this young man.
Back. Man, oh man, is this a show.
A lot of his Oakland teammates right there.
He's got 3 outs to play with still, and with 5 home runs. In the rain. We began in the rain. We're going to end in the rain.
Todd Frazier's hit 6 in 1 round.
Yep.
Of course, that's we're assuming that Cespedes won't hit another one. Mike Gallego slipped there.
Yeah. He slipped off Gallego.
He did. Mike's a cancer survivor also.
Yep. Oh man! This is all the way to Hibbing, the home of Bob Dylan, who authored Rainy Day Women number 12 and 35. Had a chance to throw it in. Cespedes with 6 homers. It's up on the iron range if you're keeping score. Oh, so is this. He's just the Iron Man up there. Projected at 509. Are you kidding me?
Just a routine pop-up. I think Todd Frazier's looking at that board thinking, uh-oh, maybe I should have went first.
I almost made it to the Oakland Coliseum. The heck with Hibbing. Got under that. I don't think it would make any difference. Not like he was going to cool off.
Yeah.
I can't say that that's a bad move.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with Frazier's decision. It's just you're running into a guy that has a knack for, seems like, putting up big numbers in the home run derby.
Back, and gone again. Does that look like a
here just to have fun and see what happens?
No.
He came in here with a purpose, and that purpose was to win it.
Prince Fielder won a couple of these home run derbies. Junior Griffey won a total of 3. And Yoenis Cespedes is on his way to a 2 spot in unbelievable fashion.
He might put up the best round in the last round of the day. Mike Gallego there stretching out a little bit. He's probably getting wore out all the pitches he's had to throw.
He never steps out, does he? The two ways Gallego gets looked at after these 2 years. Well, you're the guy that perfectly placed him, or man, you give up a lot of goals.
Yeah.
All right, now the A's with Scott Kazmir, Derek Norris, the catcher, Brandon Moss, Sean Doolittle. There's Josh Donaldson. Yoenis Cespedes, 6 guys on the A's. And Samardzija, who just came over. Most All-Stars, best record in baseball. And this show again from Yoenis Cespedes. He's hit a total of 30 home runs tonight.
I don't think he's done.
No.
Make some more donations to the fountain. Nope.
Nope.
Got under that one.
What's the matter? Only 30?
Pretty weak, isn't it? Well, here he comes.
Great ovation. Boy, these fans appreciate it like they did in New York last year.
Well, and you see how Mike Gallego's throwing. Consistent speed. Yeah, it varies location-wise, but the speed of his ball has been consistent. Let Cespedes time it, no matter if it's in, out, up, down. But, I mean, just they got on a roll these last couple rounds. You understand now why he's the defending champion.
Great shot, fellas. Wow.
Just 452.
No, it's just 452.
It's out in absolute hurry.
The A's. All sorts of looks from those Oakland A's, and they're looking at their left field. They're going, man, we do see this in BP.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not quite like this.
Can he hit that?
Well, he needs 9.
He needs 9 to tie,
right? I know. But that would be him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well.
Todd Frazier become a leader. Former manager Dusty Baker, when he was a rookie, says something different about this young man. Veterans love him even though he's a rookie. He kind of acts like a rookie and a veteran at the same time in the locker room. I just like what he gives us. And now he has a regular position at third base, Frazier. But he's got a tall task here. As you said, Junior. Wow, wait a minute. Todd Frazier. Not quite. That's the longest, the deepest part of the park.
Yeah, he has to, I think he has to hit 3 or 4 home runs before he gets to 3 outs.
The 6 longest home runs tonight, 5 have been by Cespedes. Griffey did it, as we said, 3 times, including back-to-back in 98 in Colorado and 99 in Boston. Can Cespedes do it? Frazier's going to hit hot in a hurry.
Seems like he can keep going, doesn't it?
All right, Pedro Gomez. Quite a show.
Chris, in talking to Victor Martinez and Fernando Rodney, they believe that Frazier made a mistake by electing to go second because Cespedes had been so hot that he would have been better off having Cespedes sit and maybe cool off rather than getting right back in there with the hot swing. That's just the opinion of Victor Martinez and Fernando Rodney. Guys?
I don't think it would have made a difference.
No, I don't think so. Todd Frazier wasn't going to change his approach. You have to remember, Todd Frazier hasn't hit a lot of home runs.
No. Cespedes is at 30. Frazier is at what? 10.
10. I mean, he needs 10
now
to win. And with 2 outs left.
Well,
there we go.
He needs 9. Good job, Todd. As Joaquin Andujar once said, you can sum up baseball in one word. You never know. But we're starting to know. There's 2 outs left.
I think that one that went in the upper deck had a pretty good exclamation point on who was winning this one.
Yeah. Todd Frazier, but for the 2nd straight year, Yoenis Cespedes of the Oakland A's has won the Gillette Home Run Derby.
Mira, ay, pero seguía con un marañón, mira, tú oíste. No confiaste. Tú no estás oyendo, le quita. No oíste, le quita. Tú no estás oyendo. Oye, para ti otra vez. ¿Me oíste o no me oíste?
Belt didn't travel very far, did it? From his living room maybe to the dining room.
From his waist to his locker, back to his waist,
yeah.
Really.
Yoenis Cespedes defeats Todd Frazier, and it was, you know, he was in a swing off for the 3rd spot. He was that close to being eliminated, but just once he got in the semifinals of the American League, it was a show and a half, Rookie.
It really was, and you know, with Jose Bautista hitting 10 in the 1st round, a very big disappointment for the NL players. Not one NL guy really got off and hit a bunch of home runs. You know, Bautista hit 10 in the 1st round. Then he had to wait almost 2 hours before he hit again. Cespedes kept getting hotter and hotter, and you can see the momentum building in his favor. And you know, Todd Frazier, you want to say it's luck he got into the finals, Berman, Chris, but you know, he had to have some luck on his side to get in the finals, and then Cespedes said, you know what, I'll handle this from here on out.
Well, he handled it from the 2nd round right on out. I mean, the show that it was similar to the arcs of the balls that he put on at Citi Field last year. This is a guy that, needless to say, when Oakland comes to town and they're going to take batting practice, just get out there early. Just get out there.
It's impressive, and you know, Josh Donaldson too could be an impressive BP hitter. I would, you know, and you know, the great thing is you see them being represented by 6 players, and when you're the best team in the league, I think you should have the most All-Stars in the All-Star game. And you know, 2 of them got represented here for Oakland in this home run derby. One of them walks out the winner again.
Yoenis Cespedes, I mean, only Griffey, which is a pretty big name in this sport, back-to-back in the home run derby, and so he's it was a show. And the fans that stayed, you know, we had an hour rain delay, but in the end, it was kind of nice to see an AL versus an NL. I liked it.
I liked the format. It seemed to move, you know, because you had something to root. I like that the head-to-head competition. It's not, you know, if I hit more than this guy who's in 8th place or whatever. You know, it was more head-to-head. I like the head-to-head thing, but this guy's, he might win some more. He's still young enough and strong enough and good enough to make all-star teams and keep coming back here.
I mean, he said, look, I'm defending this. There's no discussion. And did he defend it ever here at Target Field in Minnesota? Pedro Gomez on the field.
And thank you. I am joined by Executive Vice President of Business Operations for Major League Baseball, Tim Brosnan, Sonia Fife, Executive Vice President for Gillette North America, and she is here to give a special presentation.
Thank you. As a result of the 11 Gillette Flex Ball home runs, very pleased that tonight will be in conjunction with Major League Baseball and Gillette will present this check for $465,000 to Boys and Girls Club of America and the RBI.
Thank you, Sonia. And now to present the 2014 Gillette Home Run Derby Trophy is Major League Baseball's Chief Operating Officer, Rob Manfred.
Thank you, Pedro. On behalf of Commissioner Seelig and everyone at Major League Baseball, I'd like to present this trophy to Yoenis Cespedes, the winner of the 2014 Home Run Derby, and our first back-to-back winner since 98-99.
Yoenis? Oh, que no se te caiga. Yoenis, last year you won. How much did you want to win consecutive years? El año pasado ganaste, ganas otra vez. ¿Cuánto querías ganar 2 años consecutivos?
Bueno, me enteré hace poco que hace muchos años que en Griffin Jr. fue el que ganó 2 años consecutivos. Creo que defender hoy el trofeo iba a ser algo muy grande para mí. En el primer round, cuando di solamente 3 jonrones, que logré pasar a la segunda ronda, creo que ahí tuve un respiro y dije, esta es mi oportunidad y voy a ganar el trofeo.
I just discovered recently that Ken Griffey Jr. was the only other person to win consecutive titles, and it was something that I wanted to accomplish, and I was able to get past the first round, which allowed me to kind of breathe and regather myself, and that allowed me to go on and win this title one more time. It seems like when the lights are their brightest, you seem to shine more, whether it be in October in the playoffs or now 2 years in a row in the Home Run Derby. What is it about the bright lights that you like so much? Parece que cada vez que las luces están más brillantes, tú te destacas más. Si es la postemporada durante octubre o ahora aquí con el Home Run Derby, ¿qué es lo que te gusta tanto de las luces?
Bueno, de las luces y también el público. Creo que soy una persona que sé controlarme muy bien y cuando lo necesito y hay bastante bulla, creo que eso me motiva a dar lo mejor de mí y creo que es cuando mejores resultados tengo.
I think that when the lights are their brightest, I know that the public is watching more than ever, and it truly motivates me, and it makes me want to do my best at all times. Yoenis, felicidades, congratulations. Chris, let's go back to you.
All right, Pedro, great job all the way around, and obviously Cespedes, what he put up here in 2 years in a row was really amazing. Really a fun night. I mean, the crowd was anxious. They waited. They welcomed back Justin Morneau. He tried. Cespedes, like we just heard, got going a little bit late. Raised a lot of money for charity this evening. A lot of stand up for cancer as well. And our colleague and folks we know that very good friends, and this is only scratching the surface. We didn't have a chance to show ours, although the problem is every one of us could fill in 20, 25 names. Question. So we hope you've enjoyed it. We gotta thank the crew here too, because we were set up on the field and then we worked up here and we didn't know if we would have it, and talk about a crew with the tarp out. So thanks to our hardworking crew, and you know what? The long ball is still the king. It's just so much fun to watch.
It is still fun to watch. It's still fun to watch how far these young men can hit it, and it's only going to get better. These guys are unbelievable, and congratulations to Yoenis Cespedes for the back-to-back Home Run Derby champions. Unbelievable feat today. Like he said, slow start. Once he got on a roll, boom. There's no doubt he's the best in this business.
Well, we had a lot of fun, and we're only cranking it up for the All-Star game tomorrow night. Hall of Fame in a couple of weeks will be awesome with the 6 going in. Cespedes wins it. Coming up next, the Taco Bell All-Star Legend Celebrity Softball game for Pedro and Buster and John Kruk. I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching. So long from Target Field.